Hello and welcome, and thanks for joining me. This video is going to be in response to a request to see all of my ocean themed decks. I'm probably not going to do any pairings in this, and all of these are going to appear in other videos for my deck collection that I'm going to do, but we're just going to quick go through what I have. So this first one is in a bag that my daughters made for me last year, and they embroidered a mermaid on it because me and mermaids. So as you can guess, probably most of these are gonna have mermaids in them because I love mermaids. So this is by Akira Zosens, I think that's how you say the name. And it is the Atlantis Tarot. And if I remember correctly, she sells her wares on eBay. So yeah, and also has an email and an Instagram. So that is how you find these items. And it has, I believe this is like goes in and out when she prints some and then sells them and then waits a while and prints some more. So it's a tiny little white book, doesn't really give you anything other than some keywords. And it's not in order. But we'll do a quick flip through so you can see what it's like, and probably won't look at all of the cards. It's handmade, 100% handmade, so it's very cool. And for being handmade, it's totally reasonable price. I don't recall what, but it was nothing that was shocking to me. There is shipping, I believe, from Australia. Pretty sure that the creator is in Australia. We're gonna not spend too much time, but as you can see, it's all mer people. And I think I first saw this on Lisa Pepez's channel, one of the older videos. And those are the backs, and they are all different. And the next one is another deck that is also available from Dame Darcy on Etsy. And there's another version that's not in the tuck box in a nice clamshell with, I believe it's gilded. Dame Darcy card, title card, and there is a online PDF you can download. I don't know if the newer versions of this have a guidebook in the box. I think the Queen Alice does now. I don't know about the mermaid. And not everyone is a mer person. It's mer people interacting with humans. And it is an RWS based deck, so it's not hard to interpret the cards. They follow the imagery pretty closely. It's just mer people. Love that Ace of Cups. And this is one of my favorite decks. I love when I go to visit family in Florida, go out to the beach in the morning during sunrise and do a reading with my Dame Darcy cards. Yeah, it looks like Dame Darcy. I wonder if it's a self-portrait. This reminds me of Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, and those are the backs, obviously. Another deck that I believe is available still. This is the first edition of Wisdom of the Depths that comes, I believe, in a clamshell now, or two-part box. I'm not sure. I have it. I've never opened it. It's just a backup for this deck. I think the only difference in the cards is that there's one extra card. Those are the backs. I love these backs. And I edged mine multicolor to match the colors on the back. And this is humans and sea life, and I think there's a few more people in here. Well, I know there's a few more people in here. And it's a collage deck. So I think this already came up in my collage, one of my collage collection videos. I'm sure it did. So mer person. Yeah. And this one just came out, and I don't know if, I'm sure it will be available if it isn't already. I don't know if everybody who backed the Kickstarter has already gotten theirs, what that weight is going to be like. See inside, I did an unboxing video of this. It's rather chunky, even though the cards don't feel like they're thick. Well, they're thicker, yeah. I wonder if this is like 400 GSM. Anyway, this is by Mr. Freiburg, same creator as Mr. Freiburg's Cherokee, I think it is, and I'm not sure what else, if there are any. I'm sure there are other decks, I can't think off the top of my head, but they are. It's the guidebook. I'm going to show even less of this because there's a whole unboxing of it. So if you want to see that, you can. And there's man bits and women bits, more man bits than women bits. Go find that video. Wasn't that long ago. It's a very warm-toned deck for being a water deck, which is interesting. Yeah, okay, and those are the backs. So pretty. And this is the Oceanum Arcanae, the Ocean Tarot by Taylor Holdquist Todd. And this is available on Etsy. And it comes with a little white book, which is tiny, tiny print. But I like what's in here. I think that it's succinct, but has some information about what's in the card. And it's gilded, and the gilding holds up pretty good. And those are the backs. And so it follows RWS again. So you could read it that way. I think there's one or two mer people in this. And I think I showed this paired with Wisdom of the Depths in my collection video. It shows up in. I love that these are, oh, what are they? I will put the name of them. I can't remember it now. Axolotls or something like that. And some of it leans a little dark because of the cross hatching, but the colors really are very pretty. This card is kind of dark. Could be lightened up a little, but I also understand why it's dark back there. It's kind of coming out of the cave, right? Otters. Okay, now so we have some out of print tarots, and then we'll have some oracles. So this is Tarot Cyrene. This is by Wandering Oracle. Same people who did the Marshmallow Marseille. This is a Marseille deck, but they are mer people. So Marseille, Marseille. I love this double card. And I think it's a really pretty Marseille. And it's cute how small these are. If this is not out of print, I will provide a link. Last time I looked, which was a while ago. Oh, there's one of those, is that a slug thing or is that an axolotl again? I think it's one of those axolotl things, but I don't know. But there is no book, so it won't, no way for me to know. say pips. There it is again. If you heard my dog barking, he's afraid of our girl dog, who is smaller than him. And she is blocking his way. Sun was getting a little bright. Had to draw the shade. Anyway, dog standoff resolved. Very pretty. It's a very cute little deck. Even the skeleton on the death card is a merperson skeleton. Look how cute they are. Love it. And then we have Healing Waves. There is a French version that last time I checked was available, but it's pretty expensive and it ships from Thailand or something, so there's the shipping on top of it. I think it ended up being like, when I was thinking about getting it, like $170, which, considering how much this goes for, it's not that bad. There's a few mer people in this. Really nice moon. I think the French version has white borders on it. And this is super nice cardstock. I don't know what the cardstock on the French version is, if it's the same or not. Love that. It's just so pretty and so nice. And to be honest, they've released decks since this, and I think the bar was so high with this deck that none of them have met it. I think I had the Wild Child Tarot and I let it go because my expectations were that it would be like this, as good as this. And to me it wasn't. It's still nice artwork and everything, I just didn't feel like, I felt like I was always going to compare it to this deck. I might have kept it if I didn't have this, but I do, so. And it's edged in a matte blue. Okay, so this one is sort of the Tarot of Water by 78 Tarot. I have 4 78 Tarot decks, and I have a lot of miscellaneous cards I was able to pick up from different places. So they're collaborative decks that I've now turned into magpies. So, and I had to trim them because they aren't all the same size. So they're trimmed down to whichever one was the smallest. It's mostly the water cards, but there's also magical and astral and carnival and I forget all the decks. And some of the cards in here, I backed their latest Kickstarter. I think they called it Nautical. I forget. But the artwork was different, so there's cards in here that are filling this out that I don't love particularly. And some of them I've relabeled, like there's extra cards. There's at least one extra card in each deck, and sometimes 2, and so some of them I relabeled for this, or if it came from another deck and it felt like a different card to me. Anyway, and that one's okay. I mean, I would replace it if I could. There's some in here though. Let's see. I don't love this art style. It works though. And yeah, relabeled the tower like that. But it's spacey, so a different moon would be great. Don't love this double-faced sun. I like little mer people here. I don't like the double face though. Yeah, and that's a carnival card, so it doesn't really go. This one's okay. This one, yeah, another placeholder. I like that, but it doesn't really fit this deck. But I'm making 4. I want to make one for each element that better suits the element for me. like throughout the whole entire thing. So this works because we've got, you know, the water back here and it feels like lava from a volcano kind of. Anyway, I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this. It's not like it's a deck that anyone can get, because they'd have to do what I did. And who wants to do this except me, crazy person? Oh, I'm shaking the table, sorry. Okay, so that is that one. And then we have oracles. So the first one is the Monarch Manifestor Oracle cards. I will try to find the link for this and share it if I can find it. Those are the backs. They're very pretty. Does she live in Hawaii? I feel like she lives in Hawaii. 1 second. Okay, I can't find it. I feel like she does. Anyway, it's an kind of an extension to her previously written book, Chrysalis, The Transformation of the Human Soul. And then there's an example of a entry. So it's not, it's more, I would call this more island themed. I feel like it's not entirely oceany, but it's got mermaids in it. And okay, it just feels like being on an island. The cardstock is kind of thick, but it's not too many cards, and I think I can ruffle shuffle this. And it's not, they're not gigantic cards. Yeah, this is my, there she is, I love her. My little Hawaii deck. Let's see. I didn't get it in Hawaii, but it feels like Hawaii to me. Yeah. Okay, so that's the Monarch Manifestor. And then we've seen this a million times, the Seashell Oracle from Broccoli Co. So I'm going to go real fast through this because this pairs with so many decks that it's already been in my collection video more than once. And those are the backs. And I've edged all of mine to match the color on the backs. And then the last one, Mass Market, Sisters of the Sea. And I'm pretty sure this one has already showed up too, because it pairs well with a lot of stuff. And these are much bigger. And it's, what is it? Hay House, Blue Angel. And it's all mermaids, and those are the backs. The backs are very pretty too. And these are some of the closest to how I view mermaids, although they're a little bit naughtier than this. And they're still nymphy, body beautiful, but not to the point of being truck mud flap beautiful. Which I feel like a lot of the decks that I don't have kind of give me that mud flap vibe. So okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself and have a nice day. Bye.